let's continue on with exercise 9b. This one only has one example, so hopefully this will be a quick video. So what we're doing today is simple interest graphs. So when we graph simple interest, we make our horizontal axis the time period and the vertical axis how much interest is earned. So simple interest will increase by a constant amount each time period, and this is going to result in a straight line graph. So having a look at the purple box here, so simple interest graphs. First, we need to construct a table of values for I and N using the simple interest formula. So I've started my table of values here ready to go. Then we need to draw a number plane with N as the horizontal axis. So this here is my N, and then this here is my I, my vertical axis, and then we plot the points. And then we join the points together to make a straight line. So the question is asking us to draw a graph showing the amount of simple interest earned over a period of 4 years if $1,000 is invested at 6% per annum. Use the graph to estimate the interest earned after 8 years. Okay, so the first thing we need to do is have a look at this I equals PRN formula. PRN. Alright, so we know that these values here are our N values, okay? So basically that N value here is going to change every time we're going to put it in. But we can keep this P and this R constant. So we know that it's 1,000 as our principal times by 0.06, which is our rate, times by N. So when you put into your calculator 1,000 times 0.06, you get 60. So the interest is equal to 60 times N. So to fill in this part here, we use these N values to calculate what I is. So this is I equals 60N. So for the first value, I'm just going to move down here a little bit. For the first value, we've got I equals 60 times 0, which is, as we know, 0. So where N is 0, which is this part here, we put in I equals to 0. Then we do the same for N equals to 1. So 60 times by 1, which equals 60. So when N is 1, I is 60. We do the same for 2. So when I is equal to 60 times 2, we get 120. And as you can see, we're just increasing by 60 each time. So this one's going to be 180, and this one's going to be 240. Then what we do is, I'm going to do this in red, is we go through and plot our points. So when N is equal to 0, I is equal to 0. So that's this point here. We put that point there. Then when N is equal to 1, which is here, I is equal to 60. So that's about it's about just over halfway, so about there on our graph. When N is equal to 2, I is equal to 120, so that's about here on our graph, and hopefully this will be a straight line. It's a bit messy. 3 is 180, so that's about here, and 4 is equal to 240. So that's just under halfway, which is about there. So what we're going to do is then, with our ruler, join all those dots together. So it's basically straight through there. That's basically our straight line. Now the question actually asks us to use the graph to estimate the interest earned after 8 years. So what we do is we go down to 8, which is here, and I'll use our ruler again. We're going to go straight up. And draw a line. And where they cross is the value. So it basically crosses a bit under 500. So really, depending on how well you draw your graph, you can say that this is approximately I equals, it's going to be anywhere from like 480 to 500, give or take. So in an exam, if you answered either of those, like anywhere in between there, I'd probably give you the mark right. In the textbook, it says it's approximately 480. So that's from the textbook. So approximately 480. Alright, I hope that you understand everything that I just did then. If you've got any questions, pop them in the chat and I'll reply to you when I can.